So today we're going to try to make a chicken burrito bowl, which is just chicken, rice, beans, and a bunch of vegetables. And the first thing we're going to do is to season our chicken. And here I use smoked paprika, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, garlic lemon pepper, and some oregano. And also chicken marinades, we clean our rice. We don't want it to be like your mind, and also removing that extra starch. But if you have your own way of cooking rice, just use that way because it really doesn't matter. But usually my ratio for rice is 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, then a little bit of salt and oil. And I've noticed that there are people who cook rice without salt. I don't know what's wrong with them, but that just doesn't make any sense. And after my rice was done, I started preparing my chicken. If you're trying to be healthy, use an air fryer or the oven, but here I pan fried. And for the cuts, I use chicken thighs because they are actually more flavorful and they are easier to cook compared to breast. And here I also started to prepare my salsa, which is just tomatoes, onions, some cilantro, and then lime juice or lemon juice. And for the other protein, I prepared some beans, which is actually canned beans. And I thought this was black beans, but it was actually sugar beans, I think, in brine. And I say if you have time, prepare your own beans because it will be more nicer and flavorful. And for chicken, you know it's time to flip it when it's no longer sticking to the pan. If it's still sticking, you know you still have to leave it on the stove and make sure that your heat is not too high. And then I started preparing my sweet corn. I used canned sweet corn, then a little bit of salt and some onion. And then if you still have cilantro, you can add cilantro, but I no longer. Then I started preparing my plate. The rice first, then the chicken, which is actually so good. The beans, which I really didn't like. I don't know if it was the type of beans that I used or what, but I think making your own beans would be much nicer, or buy nicer beans, I don't know. Then the salsa, the sweet corn, and I had my final plate, which was actually straight out of basil. If we remove the beans, and you should definitely try this out.